Hi everyone, Don Singletary. Welcome to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, I want you to be sure and look for a couple of playlists below that can catch you up with the terminology and everything. You'll see them in the text below the video there. One's called Beginners, the other is called MACD Winners. Anyway, welcome to the channel. I'm really excited about the program today because it got some things going on that I haven't necessarily discussed in depth a lot. Or another way to put it may be that it's two of the most commonly questioned things about day trading the micro E-minis, or day trading anything else really. One, that you should always strive for a super high win rate. Try to get it higher and higher and higher, and you'll make more money. Not necessarily true. I think we'll be able to talk about that more today in depth. And two, you should have a fixed win-loss ratio. It would be nice if we had the perfect math formula that would just print money for us. But when you go about trading and you always look at each individual trade with a win-loss ratio, no matter what, you're actually trying to tell the market what to do, and it works the other way around. The market tells you. So going in with a 3-to-1 rate, like I want to make $90, I'm willing to risk 30. Well, the market may not hear you because you see it just doesn't care. Now you do want to have a win-loss ratio of 2-to-1 or 3-to-1, and you should track that. But it's cumulative. You do it over a great number of trades over a period of time. You can't just take a trade and say, I'm going to use 3-to-1 and expect the market to cooperate, because it really works the other way around. You have to cooperate with the market and take the money that it allows, so to speak. Not one of these surfers is going to be able to dictate to the ocean what kind of wave it wants. It may have to wait a while to get the right one. And none of these surfers are going to have exactly the same experience. And none can order the ocean to do what they want it to do. They have to use their talents and experience to be able to adapt on the fly to get the best ride they can. And that is what trading is about. In my book, I have an entire chapter on the psychology of trading, and in there I discuss that our brains are so hardwired to find patterns that sometimes we see them when they don't exist. So you need to keep that in mind if you think you can spot a reversal, for instance, in a market, and you trade it. You're doing something that's very risky before it's proven itself. Here's an example where on the Wednesday, the day before at 4 o'clock, the market shot up to over 9,100 during Globex session overnight. At midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning, the market traded down. That's 8 hours of continuous downtime. So trying to buy something when the market's going down is like swimming against the current in a river. Okay, think fast. I'm going to change the subject again. I've said before, see this up and down action at 9:30 when the day session opened, went down, it went immediately back up again. But looks what happened since 6 a.m. in the morning. We got this long downtrend, 6 a.m. till 11 a.m. That's 5 hours of down there. So I get a sell signal with a green below the red line and both below the zero. And you can see the Dow is down 278, NASDAQ down 76, and the ES also down. So it's downtrend in all the points. Well, I have another question for you. What if you just made a really quick trade to scalp a little money, maybe just for fun, for the heck of it? Well, this is one where I sold a contract at 89.63 and a quarter. And then I look at my screen here and I can see that the market's continuing to go down just a little bit. I'm a little bit ahead. I'm $10 or $11 up on the trade. So I think just for the heck of it, I'll close the trade. And so I send the order in to close out the trade. And I think it was a market order. So I get filled there. And I made 5 points on the NASDAQ100 Micro Emini. 5 points is only $10. But it took exactly 32 seconds to do that. Now, I would have lost a couple of bucks to commissions, but not very much. 32 seconds, $10. Why did I do it? Because I can, and because it's fun. And because I wanted to show you, you should not carry preconceptions in your head about the length of a trade. Sometimes you can just do one that feels good, and guess what? It's okay. The parable of the angry elephant There's a story about a Zambian wildlife guide for a tourist safari. On the first day out, giant angry elephants charged the transport wagon, and each time the guide jumped out of the vehicle, stood in front of the elephant and shouted, "Get out!" 5 times that same day, the wildlife guide jumped out of the vehicle, stood in front of an angry elephant ready to charge, and yelled, "Get out!" Everyone was amazed at the guide's courage. That evening around the campfire, the tourists talked of this brave guide who seemed not to hesitate to risk his life to save them from charging elephants. Finally, one of the tourists asked the guide, "At what point do you know the elephant will not charge us?" The guide replied, "When he stops." There's a moral in this parable for we day traders. It's when it comes time to protect your account, you must do so quickly and without hesitation. Do not fight the battles you cannot win. If you overstay your persistence, it will turn to stupidity. I'm going to do a live trade that I recorded for you, and since it would take a while, I'm going to speed it up when I go live with it. This is a still screen here. I'll give you the trade setup first. I'm using my regular setup. This is the NASDAQ100 Micro Emini candlesticks, 5-minute increments, and in the lower pane or lower half of the screen is the MACD. Somebody asked me the other day, what happens if you turn your computer on and you look and you see a trade there, but it's not exactly at the time that I would have began it had I been there earlier. Well, go ahead and do it anyway, and this is an example of that. Let me show you what I mean. Right here, I probably would have taken this trade a sell signal because it's below the 0 line. The green line is below the red line, or the red line's over the green line, whichever way you prefer to say it. And that happened right about here. And I turned the computer on at this particular screen about 10 minutes later. The question somebody asked me was, if the trade was, so to speak, in progress, would I go ahead and do the trade even though I'm not in it yet? Yes, I would, and I did, and I'm going to show you what happened. Now remember, the screen's going to go to 3 times regular speed here, so this will happen quickly. It's only a 4-minute trade, but I didn't see any reason to drag it out. I sold pretty quickly. Didn't hesitate, got a short NASDAQ100 Micro Emini at 87.31.75, and I noted the time up there also. Now you got to remember, every time you go to bat, especially if you're a beginner, don't try to hit a home run and wind up striking out all the time. You'll eat the money away in your account slowly if you do that. Take some baby steps. I hate to call them that, but just take it easy, have fun with it, and make you a little bit of money from time to time. And now just put in an order here to close that position. It's a stop market order, a stop limit order at 87.25.50. And so when it goes down to there, I'm just going to try to make a few quick bucks here with a simple trade and not take a risk of a big drawdown or anything like that. I just want to have fun with the trade. I want to learn how to, as a beginner, use my software, how to read the screens, learn where everything is. Like driving a car for the first time, you don't start on the freeway. And if you're going to be a 300-foot high diver, you start at 12 feet. You don't start at 300 feet. So take your time, be nice to yourself, and go through this. Now, I put in a stop limit order at 87.25.50, and it was filled. And so the total duration of the trade, 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Maximum drawdown was only $7.50. Not a lot of perspiration or stress involved there. And I made a quick $12.50, not including a couple of bucks commission, of course. So it's a great practice trade. And this is the sort of thing when you start out. You have minor accomplishments, and then as your confidence grows by getting coordinated with all these things together, I realize I just put you through 300% time speed, but it was a lot slower than that. At 4 minutes, it seemed like a long time almost. But this is the way you can get some great experience and make a couple of bucks. I don't think a lot of people that teach trading of any kind, much less day trading, which is some of the more risky and fast trading that you can try to learn, so give yourself some credit for that. But I don't think they usually encourage you just to make a few small trades, put your toe in the water, test it, and see how it's going. But it just makes common sense to me. Now, you don't have to do it. It's just my suggestion, and I think it gives you good experience, and it's a great way with these smaller trades to build some confidence about what you're doing, and at the same time, you're getting great experience. Your brain is packing all those things in there so you can pull them out later when you're trading for larger amounts and be able to use them. Do me a favor, please click the like button if you want to see more videos like this one. That's what I use the like button for. That tells me, yeah, I want some more of that. So if you would do that, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified of the new videos I put up every week. And look below for links to my book, the Two Beginners playlist, and also I use Tastyworks Brokers in all the videos here on the channel. There's a brokers link below so you can find more information on that. And don't forget to take a look at the book because those proceeds support the channel here, and I really enjoy bringing you the videos. This is Don Singletary. I hope every day is a payday for you. And thank you. It's okay.